guys, welcome back. This is Jenny from Polly's Paper Studio, and you are watching day 5 of our 13 Days of Halloween series. If you're just joining in, I will leave links in the description below for the first 4 days so you can catch up. And for today's project, this is a very Tim Holtz inspired, very vintagey Halloween holiday decor wall hanging. So stick with me and we will make this together. For my wall hanging today, I've pulled a lot of my Tim Holtz Ideaology Halloween supplies. I got all these from the Funky Junkie Boutique. So I've got the Halloween ephemera and the snippets. That's the larger and the smaller size. I have the baseboard frames, the chipboard sentiments. This is the wallpaper, vintage worn wallpaper. The paper dolls. And the paper stash paper pad in the abandoned. I've cut 2 layers of 110-pound cardstock into this coved stitched rectangle. This came from Cherryland Design Dies, and I like that double layer in the middle because it helps the wall hanging to be very sturdy. So I've just got a coordinating pattern paper to cover the back because I want it to have a nice finished look on all sides. And now I'm going to bring in my worn wallpaper, and that goes at the top, but I think I'm going to work upside down because it's easier for me to see and get it lined up. I like that this die has that stitched edge, so it has a nice finished detail. And then here is the bottom. Having these cut with a die also makes it super easy because they will all match up perfectly. I've got a piece of that worn wallpaper again, but in a different pattern. And I'm just going to roughly center that. Most of it will get covered with the chipboard frame. I know I'm going to like this bold check plaid ribbon from Really Reasonable Ribbon as my hanger, so I'll just add that now so I know that I've got room for all of the next layers. You could use a grommet if you wanted to, but I think this hot glue works perfectly well because it soaks into that texture of the ribbon. Then I'll just cover those ribbon tails with the coordinating bows. I've got some twine bows tied and layered on top, and then I finished it with some vintage buttons. Before I add my frame, I'm going to add this piece from the ephemera pack.
Why didn't you tell me you were doing that?
We've just had a surprise visit from the tech hubby, who is sporting some fashion from his closet while he goes through and de-stashes a little. So, hello tech hubby. I've got my chipboard frame, and then this piece from the ephemera pack has the word wicked. I want to just line this up to make sure that I don't accidentally cover any of that word, and I want to get that on as straight as possibly can. Then I'm going to just secure this as one solid piece to this frame, and you see now that it didn't really matter if that section of pattern paper was even because most of it's going to be covered up with that frame. I've got my paper doll ephemera piece popped up on some foam spacers, and I'm just going to secure her to the side of the frame here. She's going to be holding, or appear to be holding, some acrylic moon charms. And I'm just going to add those while she's got her little arm out. I've got those tied with twine, and then I secured them at a different level so that it would have a nice arrangement. I'm just going to secure that here on the top with that twine and cover it with a silver chipboard star. This star has some foam spacer on the back, but I don't know that I trust that adhesive to stick well on twine, so I'll just add a little bit of extra hot glue, and then I'll know it will be secured. And that will help to cover the tails of that twine. So now it appears that that nice young lady is holding on to the moon charms. I've got a couple small flowers here to put on the top while I'm working on that arrangement. And these are more of those handmade flowers that I created. And then this time I put some chunky glitter glue on them so that they would have a little bit of extra detail. This is Loopy Twine Bow. This is from Really Reasonable Ribbon as well. That's the May Arts Ivory Burlap String. And I go through so much of it that I have the entire roll. Here is my flower arrangement. And that's just going to go right here at the top. I've got some cheesecloth here, and I just added it to a strip of cardstock that is just tacked down in spots with that glue so that I would get that fullness in the sort of ruffling. I'm also just pulling a little bit on the edges so that it will tatter a little, and I think that I just want the bottom of this to match up to the cove on the bottom here. And I'll just add that with my hot glue gun as well. I've got a couple of these little clips. These are also Ideaology clips. And I don't know the exact perfect secret to getting things in there, but I do know that I may have said a few bad words this morning. I got up with the cat, who decided that he wanted me to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning, but I did manage, so I'm going to include this into that cheesecloth layer now because I want to put other things on top of it and kind of secure it in between those layers. This one I'm also adding with foam on the back so that it will be a little bit dimensional. Now I've got my little glitter strip. This is just black glitter cardstock. I picked this up from Walmart and I measured it to fit, and then I used the Stitch Hillside border to give it a little bit of detail, and I'm just going to add it here. And here is some trim that I picked up from the vintage store. You could easily just substitute some fringed crepe paper. I think that would look just as nice. And I'm going to just sort of top all those cut edges with this trim. Then I've got my chip sentiment, and I've added a little metal clip to the top of that. And that's just going to go right here. I'm going to glue the chipboard on, and there will be plenty of room for that clip handle because that's inside the frame. To finish this off, I've got a few more of those handmade flowers, and I'll just add these separately because there's only a few. I really like that added detail of that chunky glitter. I'm not adding any die cut leaves this time because I think that it just looks nicer without them. But I will add another twine bow here, and that just kind of helps to fill in the arrangement. And then two larger of the flowers. Friend Susan asked me in the comments about the die that I had been using, the poinsettia die, and that actually comes from Spellbinders. It's a Amazing Paper Grace Becca Feekin die. You can find that on the Spellbinders website. I actually picked mine up from Amazon. So if you get that Prime membership and you get free shipping, then that makes sense to order from Amazon and get it sooner. Okay, so here is my finished Tim Holtz inspired Halloween wall hanging for day 5 of our 13 days of Halloween series. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you join us for the rest of the series. We have lots of great projects planned for you. You can check out the links for the Funky Junkie Boutique and for all our social media handles. You can leave us a comment and a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that bell so you'll get a notification every time we post new content. As always, I'm wishing you a happy and productive day, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye.